Howdy everyone and welcome in. Hopefully this playlist is not too loud. It seems at a good volume. I'm going to turn it down just a bit for myself. Oh yeah, that seems solid. This seems solid. But let me know if I need to adjust it or anything. Also, welcome in. I saw a few people in YouTube asking if there was stream yesterday, and there was not stream yesterday simply because my wrist was kind of hurting, and especially if I want to do an attack every single day this month, I don't want to, like, kind of kill that early on. So what I did is I still did an attack, but I did a very, like, simple attack that wasn't too strenuous to do, and I did it very slowly, so I took multiple breaks and did it throughout the course of the day. I think the attack only wound up taking me like 2 hours, but it was done in like 15-minute sessions, which would not have been as enjoyable to watch for a stream. So all that said, I am streaming again. I feel fine now. I just needed a day to like kind of chill, and of course I will show you the attack. I also finished the other one that we started on stream last night, so I'm going to switch us over to drawing really quick. I'm actually working on today's right now. I really want to see if I can get the line art done before stream started, because I feel like coloring is something that I can do pretty solidly during one stream period, along with other things that I want to get done. So for one... Sorry, I'm moving around files so I stay organized. I'm actually trying to stay organized this ARTFIGHT instead of just having a bunch of random CSP files. This is what I finished yesterday. Just some simple cheapies for kelp cheap. I honestly think that this was all I really could have done. And it is Rensona. Also, my wrist is a bit better. Like I said, I might be drawing a little slower and like kind of checking in with myself at different points tonight, but you know what? Taking breaks to stretch is good anyway, so I think that it would be good for everybody. But yeah, these I did yesterday. I finished Saturday's attack yesterday morning, which was this one. Pretty pleased with this one. I really like the colors. I really like the composition. So we're gonna be starting, or we're gonna be doing this one tonight and hopefully finishing it tonight. I would really, if I was feeling crazy, love to sketch tomorrow's attack, or at least thumbnail it, so that, you know, I already have some of the work cut out for me, but we'll see. We'll see what we can get done. Speaking of bunnies, I finished an attack for Angel yesterday. Oh, I'm so excited to see. That was the other thing. I finally got down to 10 pages of attacks, guys. I have been commenting and going through the attacks that I've gotten, like, so far, and today I finally got under 10 pages. Basically, I'm God. Character critters attack. Say thank you, Bungie. Or not Bungie, Harpy. God, I just stopped reading the first... I know your name. I saw your reply, I'm glad you loved it. I did, genuinely. Erin, looking at her bio isn't even there yet. It's okay. It's okay. The character design is still really cute. Plus, you can always add to it. Alright, hold on. We gotta do the berry. But yeah, I'm gonna see if I can I'm gonna get this done tonight. Like, that's the big goal. How's your wrist? It's doing better. It's doing better. It was a little mental. But like, primarily... After ARTFIGHT finishes, are you still able to view and comment on attacks you get? Yes, you are. I like to try and do it... You know, I try not to give credence to TikTok discourse because I think that a lot of it is just like people that know that discourse stirs up views and likes. But I genuinely saw someone the other day say that if you don't comment on something within 24 hours, you're being ungrateful. And I'm just sitting here like... My brother in Christ, there is no fucking way. I was sitting and commenting for like 2 hours today, and I only got through 2 pages. So and there's also a timer, like you can't comment more than once a minute. So I forgot about ARTFIGHT. Hey, there's always next year though. When will the streams get VODs on YouTube again? Hopefully soon. I've been focusing on, there are 2 projects that I've got going on outside of ARTFIGHT this year. One is just doing the color criticisms videos that will be uploaded. We're actually going to be doing a thumbnail for one today. And then after that, there's a video that I can't talk about what the subject is, but it will be out hopefully by the end of the month. Unless I need like a little extra time, but we'll see. 24 hours. Have you people turned up time zones and jobs? No, I know. Like, and I also want to leave like actually nice comments. I don't want to just comment TY. Like, that seems so, I don't know. Why? I feel like I can hear my own voice echoing in my head. I think as long as you comment and appreciate the artwork, you're good. Just to show appreciation. No, 100%. I think that if you get a piece of art, you should comment. Like, hands down. If you get a piece of artwork, you should leave a comment. I think putting a time limit on how much time before someone is being ungrateful is insane, because it's like, literally, I am going as fast as I can, but I don't want to, like, give shitty comments. But I do agree you should comment on everything you get, because someone took the time to, like, draw it for you. Like, that's the least that you can do. I think your brain has 4-Leaf Island stream on. This is true. I am so full of substances right now. I took my medication. I took pain reliever. I drank an energy drink. I drank a protein shake. I did my blood sugar medication shot. I'm so full of everything. Could if you give me like $5 a month, I'll manage your VODs channel. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Besides, the reason I do it is because I'm very plucky about like the quality of like what I upload. So I feel like it's not just en masse uploading. It's deciding whether or not something is like a fun VOD or something that I actually like feel like has something interesting happen in it. Geared, literally geared. But thank you, Lemmy. I appreciate that. What types of tags do you look up to find characters like this? Honestly, this character is Ren's, Renee. Renee is one of the moderators of the Like Us Comment Discord. So I have been bookmarking characters who are belonging to people that I know for some time. But for like just cute bunny characters, you could look up like the species name of the animal. You could look up moe, because that's like the style that this is technically in. I'm going to be shipping out some traditional tax, but I do not know the shipping rates of US Southern California to Canada. Tried to do some research, but all of the sites I've checked are scattered around from just a large medium envelope. If it's a flat mail, it shouldn't cost much money other than the stamp. Also, Skylar, thank you for the raid. I don't like thinking of commenting as obligatory, but as kind. You should do kind things. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel too. Also, why am I small? I feel... You were smaller than usual. Critter was like tiny. I just joined. There's a Discord. So there is a fan-run Discord for my webcomic, which is called Like Us Comet. I'm not in it, as a forewarning. So if you send something there for me to see, I will not see it there unless my boyfriend goes, oh, look at this, because my boyfriend's part of it. And hold on, I can always grab the link too. I think it's really worth joining because there are a lot of really sweet people there. And I think that people like... Hold on. There you go. There's a lot of sweet people there. There's a lot of really talented artists in the Discord. And also it's just nice to have a community of other artists with similar interests. So I would highly recommend it. Hello, 4-Leaf Island. We are cooking. Oh, absolutely. I'm excited. I've been wanting to draw. Been wanting to draw NILLA for like forever. I'm gonna be lurking while building a new chair for my desk. Ooh, good luck. Discord is very fun, and everyone there has been so kind to me so far. That's exactly what I've heard. I have like heard only kind things about the folks there, and that's one of the reasons I want to draw the attack for some of the mods, because I appreciate the hard work that they do. It is completely voluntary. Like I said, when I first started out as a streamer, I had no plans to make a Discord server because I have social anxiety. I do not do well in large public spaces, net or otherwise. So them doing the work that they do means that something can exist that I wouldn't have been able to facilitate myself, and I really appreciate it. I try to show appreciation like little ways, and this is one of the ways that I can. Did someone say art fight? Yep, we're doing art fight. This is an attack. I have like so many tabs open right now. You have no idea. Maybe this is because I took my... Actually, no, my meds would not do that. But the energy drink would do this. I want to attack you twice? You can. I'm not going to stop you. I will say and encourage you to try and find, actually, at some point this week, I'm going to look for an artist that has not been attacked yet this art fight, and I'm going to attack them during stream, but also I'm going to share that link with everyone, so if you would like to attack them with me, we can minnow swarm them, and I think that would be very fun. People suggested calling it a feeding frenzy. That will be on Wednesday, so if that sounds fun to you, you should tune in on Wednesday. I'm going to be streaming at 7 p.m. EDT. Now, for the tabs question, I have the art fight calendar pulled up, which is on the way of getting finished. I think I have to finish this critter art. Currently, flats are mostly done. It looks like it's just shading and then some of the graphic design elements. Are you still going to do a traditional attack stream? Yeah, I'm probably going to do that this Sunday. Unfortunately, yesterday my hand was kind of not feeling great. And then, could someone remind me what the day 6 attack was? Yes, it was this one. I finished this yesterday, but I was off stream, so I did not stream my process for this. This was just that's because my wrist was hurting and I was kind of like mentally feeling off. I did this in like 15-minute stints and then took breaks in between so that I didn't hurt my wrist. Also, I am stretching. 100% tuning in on Wednesday? Awesome. And then day 5's attack, we worked on this a bit on stream. Yeah, those are your fellas, Kelp Cheap. I finished them, and they are uploaded if you wanted to see. This was day 5's. I really like this one. I think this is awesome. Kelp Cheap, your characters are very fun to draw, and they helped me take a day to like kind of do self-care because Pokemon are like, I don't know how to say, they're like very second nature to me, but the shapes just like live in my brain. So it was very pleasant to get a day to draw something that didn't like kill my wrist. I don't know why I read one as newt and one as nut. Don't worry about it. Maybe because it's like boo, la new nut. Thanks, I hate it. Labubu Sona. Sorry, I have no feelings towards Labubus. Like, here's the thing. People have been enjoying to rag on them, and rightfully so. Like, sorry, hold on. I just have to bring up a visual example if you don't know what these look like, just to fill you in. If you are a little out of the loop, there's these little keychain creatures that are called Labubu, and let me just get a picture for you. They look like this. And so when I heard that people were stabbing each other for these things and cutting them off each other's bags, I was like, wow, I love how insane everyone's becoming. I'm back from field work, Yahoo, working on ARTFIGHT Revenges alongside the stream, of course. They what? Okay, so Pop Mart in Britain had to close multiple locations. What? Thank you for filling the Labubu blank spot in my brain. I have been out of the Laloop Loop for this. Yes. People have been stabbing each other for these things. There's been a stabbing. There've been multiple public fights breaking out. Oh, it reminds me of the original Trolls hype. I thought that, and I was like, oh yeah, this is like what they did with Silly Bands, except it's grown adults, and now resellers exist because of the internet. Oh, the fucking Beanie Babies. Yeah. Anyway, I love how insane everyone's becoming. Genuinely, when I first saw these things, I was like, there's no fucking way. There's no way these are the things that people are going crazy for. And then after a while of just seeing how, like, deranged people act for these things, as an agent of chaos, I do really love them now. I have no desire to own one, nor do I really like them, but I think the fact that people are so insane, it brings me joy. It makes me happy to know that no one is normal, and everyone has something they're a little weird about. I also saw someone put their Labubu in kink gear and call it Freak Boo Boo, and that made me like them more too. I personally think they're so ugly. Where are their eyebrows? I think they, like, if you remove the face and put like a cute face there, it would be different. I wonder if I can find Freak Boo Boo. Hold on. For Pride Month too. Beautiful. Like
should you look up Freak Boo Boo to show? Like,
is that
a TOS violation?
I don't think so. It's clothed. It's just in. I wonder if I can even. No, I can't find it because it's showing me Freak Bob instead. It's not showing me Freak Boo Boo. It's showing me Freak Bob. Never mind. I found Freak Boo Boo. I found Freak Boo Boo. Hold on. Here we go. See? Show up to the Pop Mart meetup and all I have is Freak Boo Boo. I saw that Pop Mart stopped selling them altogether in the UK because people kept getting in violent fights over them. I feel bad for the Pop Mart employees. Honestly, I like Freak Boo Boo. This changed my opinion on them. I was originally a Boo Boo naysayer, but this made me understand the appeal. I headcanon the Labubus are little demons sent by the Demon King of Greed. Mammon shows so chaos and disorder into the hearts of men. I love it. I love that. Someone asked how many art fight attacks I've done. Here's day 1. Here is day 2. Here is day... I've done an attack every day, basically. Here is day 3. I honestly can't wait for the Labubu stock market to crash just like Beanie Babies. No, me too. I think it'll be so funny. Then the true Labubu lovers will finally rejoice because then they won't be overpriced. Here's day 4. Here is day 5. Here is day 6. And then right now we're working on day 7, which is this one. God, it's been a week already? It has. And I got a lot to do this month. I got a lot to go through this month. Especially, your signature's so cute. Thank you. That was actually designed by my friend Ver. I came up with the concept, but Ver really solidified it. I hope the Pokemon card market crashes. I want my Medkit cards. Honestly, I feel like if you look for Mudkip cards specifically, like I'm a Furret collector. I like Furret and Furret cards and merch and such. Individual Pokemon, especially ones that are not super, like, useful, air quotes, in the TCG, you can usually find them for pretty cheap. Like, I got Forest 3 Mareep cards for, like, $5. Recently got sucked into the Crew Cats fan, does anyone know what I mean or am I crazy? Sorry, I have no idea what you mean. My sister tried to get 2 Labubu rang up and it was $120! Where was she buying Labubu? Who is your sister's Labubu dealer? No, there's no way. They're $15. They're $15 a piece. 120? I need more Apple cards. You do. I don't even know if they make more Apple cards or like.
There is a Appleton EX card. I'm pretty sure
that you don't have.
That I do not have.
Okay, I see. This is good to know.
I also don't have Flapple.
At H Mart, that's a fucking scam. There's no way. Does H Mart have price gouging for rarity? Not like, and it wasn't like the box of them. Like, it wasn't like a whole set. It was like just individual boo-boos. How many boo-boos per unit are we talking here? Per purchase unit. Labubu trafficking is here! No! No! There's like tears in my eyes. I just hopped in. I hope you're feeling well. I am. Thank you. Just a single boo-boo? Nova, I'm so sorry I laughed at your sister is getting the white boy at Harvard getting price gouged for weed treatment at H Mart. Are you aware someone made a first Sona me to ship with Road Boy? They're a bunny called S'mores and he's a forager and conspiracy nut. That's so beautiful. Isa just got done with dinner. Very awesome. The plural of Labubu is Labubi. Labubi. Your Labubis? Or is it like octopi? Or is it Labubai? I only got another stream. Welcome in. We're getting silly. I haven't even finished the line art for this piece. It's been 30 minutes. Labubu diversity win. The Labubu system. You're Labobbles. At my local mall, there is a Lafufu stand and the prices are as much as Labubu. Actually, wait, so this is the other thing. This is the other thing for the Labubu, the people that don't know Labubu lore. So there's obviously anytime there's a high demand for something, knockoffs will happen. So people have been calling fake Labubus Lafufus, and that's like part of it now, is people are trying to find the most cursed Lafufus that they can find. The Labubu lore is too strong. I don't even know shit about the actual creatures. I just know that, like, the Labubu economy is a thing. It's a diverse and powerful creature. I think I'm lost. Don't worry. All you need to know is that there's these little creatures. They're called... I gotta get my copy. I feel like a grandmother on the computer sometimes. There's these little creatures called Labubu, and people are selling them for astronomical amounts of money and stabbing each other for them. Also, they're keychains. What's the collective noun for Labubu? Like how crows are called a murder. That for Labubu. I genuinely don't know. Yes, people are actually fighting over Labubus, and Pop Marts in the UK did have to close down a few locations temporarily to stop selling Labubus. Labubus are the new Stanley Cups. Wait, some Lafufus are cuter, they're adorable. I really love seeing it. Like, I love seeing this ecosystem grow. The monsters? That's what they're listed under. I guess so. Like a monster of... They're not British! They're not British! They're not even! It's really sad because Labubu are genuinely really cute to me. They're like fine to me. They have the same... Okay, if someone who knows Moomin will understand this, Labubu is like Little Mai from Moomins to me. Little Mai isn't cute, but she's really funny. So, like, I enjoy her, even though aesthetically speaking, I'm not like, this is a character that I find cute like Moomin, but I do love Little Mai. Who are you drawing? This is, my oomph. This is Ren's persona, Nilla. Labubu lesbian polycule. Awesome. Actually based. Labubus were just some guys' OCs. Awesome. Is Lemmy the golden Labubu? Yes. Hold on, I gotta draw these strawberries better. However, I do think that everything is bordered now, which makes this a lot easier. Oh wait, I didn't draw the foot yet. Your style always entices me to steal it. Please don't steal. I grew this all myself. Homegrown. You can study it though. You can study it in Labubu's an art fight when... I don't know if I'm strong enough for this. My parents probably spent over... spent a bit over 1,000 for Labubus. They have some of the big ones and a giant... You know what? I can't even really judge because I am very autistic about Pokemon, but I think the idea of spending $1,000 on a current interest, like a new one, that's unheard of. That is new to me. Like, I've never joined a fandom for anything and then spent more... I've never spent, like, a bunch of money on something I just got invested in. Because the phase may pass, and then you have to live with that spending decision. Let me draw the bunny too. Hold on. Let me grab the link I will send you to the YouTube chat, because it's pinned in the Twitch chat. I just sent the link to the character that I'm drawing for Toy House tonight. Does Charlotte from Charlie Squared have a Zombunny Labubu? That is her Labubu. Like, the Zombunny is her Labubu. You have to understand that Charlotte is wailing for her Zombunny merch. I would feel fine with Labubu if not a bunch of kids YouTubers started to do content and make kids want to buy them. I mean, that's like the golden goose, unfortunately. Is the second you put something on kids' YouTube, like a blind box, it's fucking over. Like, it's over for the parents' wallets, it's over for whatever retail stores sell them because they're gonna steal those fucking things, and it's over for, like, every person that just earnestly had an interest in the thing, because now they are going to have to navigate through swaths of people buying things in mass to then resell online for double the price. Like, I would not wish on my worst enemy their special interest becoming a trend. Bunny Lulus? Oh, I know what Bunny Lulu is. The Gen Alpha kid's addicted to skincare. Sorry, that shit's really funny to me. There isn't anything wrong taking care of your skin, by the way. I wear sunblock when I go out on walks. I put moisturizer on after I get out of the shower. But I do really think that the idea of someone using retinol cream at 14 is like, wow. Again, I love how insane everyone's becoming. Don't do that, by the way. I was driving somewhere and at a stoplight, I looked at an electric box and saw Hatsune Miku sticker on it. Awesome. She's real. I miss being able to buy Pokemon cards. Me too, brother. You go to any store now and they're either like locked inside a glass case or like they just simply do not have them. This got deep? I mean, kind of. I've been on this since day one. I hate capitalism. I hate America. I think that spending fads are really funny, even though I also hate them. Because I could never, in a million years, I should never be an economist. I don't even think that even economists could predict the fact that these are the things that are going to blow up. If you had told me 2 years ago people would be cutting keychains off each other's bags, I would have looked at you like you were insane. I want to make a Miku sticker. That'd be really cute. I could make like a clover Miku sticker where it's like the clover flower. An economist would not predict Bombardino Crocodilo. I see TikToks of people explaining conditioners and lotions and other products so casually, and it sounds like an alchemist explaining potions. I can say self-care products... Sorry, my stomach growling. Self-care products are not the hardest thing to understand once you spend some time, like, just doing a little research. Saying this is someone that used to be like I just use whatever conditioner or soap is accessible and doesn't smell bad at the grocery store. After learning, like, your hair texture and your skin type, it's not too hard to find something that matches, and then if you want to try something new, you already know, so you can adjust accordingly. For the most part, like... It's good to know if you have drier or more oily hair and skin. For me, I can't wash my hair like multiple days in a row. I have to do like a rinse. And so I do like a rosemary mint rinse. That's like some fucking bottle you can get at the store. It's like diluted too. Don't like just put straight rosemary and mint oil on your hair. You will have an oily scalp afterwards. But it's good to like figure out what your hair responds to best. I love the rosemary hair oil. It's so nice. No, it really is. And also let me say, putting oil directly on your scalp depends on what hair type you have, because if you have very coily hair, that's actually completely normal to do. Like, a lot of people use oil to, like, take care of their hair, whereas if you're me and you have fucking thin-ass hair, like, you might use the rosemary oil to help keep your hair thick and keep it, like, safe, but you wouldn't put it in your hair and leave it in your hair. You would just be walking around with an oily-ass head. First time catching a live? Welcome in. Not gonna lie, even applying sunscreen is hell because my skin is sensitive and I have sensory issues. Okay, interstellar eyes. I'm speaking to you specifically. I have autism. I have always had a really hard time with sunscreen. There are 2 sunscreens that I want to recommend to you. Forrest, what is the brand name of the whipped sunscreen that you wear?
I don't know.
It's okay. It's okay.
It comes in a can like whipped cream.
If you look up whipped sunscreen, that is my first recommendation for body sunscreen. Secondly, I want you to look up cosmetic grade Korean sunscreen. The difference, I don't know what it is. I have been someone that has been like horribly uncomfortable in sunscreen for most of my young life. And when I became an adult, also hello to Redstone Rabbit. Hello, never chatted before because of time zones. Welcome in, Spaghetti Oodle. For whatever reason, and specifically look up cosmetic grade Korean sunscreen. It is not oily. It is like a mineral sunscreen, and it won't make your skin feel like sweaty or greasy when you wear it. But the other thing is, because it's so light and you can just put it on your face and wear it all day, it will prevent you from getting sunblock or sunburn, and it will prevent like long-term skin damage and like the potential of skin cancer by wearing it regularly. I have such a hard time with sunscreen too, so I'll for sure look into these. Please do. I don't want to mean to be like the sunscreen guy, but it comes up at least once a year during the summertime whenever someone brings it up. Again, So you know, I have autism, I also have sensory issues. It took me years to find a good sunscreen, but when you find it, you will start, like, preaching it to whoever you know that also has sensory issues. I want you guys to stay safe. I want you to enjoy the summer and going outside safely and healthily. And I've lost too many people that I love to cancer, so I don't want to see that happen again. Is there a sunscreen that smells good? Yeah, Sunbum sunscreen smells pretty good. It smells like coconut, banana, mango, like a lot of like fruits. I don't know how to describe the smell of Sunbum's sunscreen other than it is one of the things. Beach. It's what Critter smells like to me in my brain. Strawberry Leaf is tangenting with the rabbit foot a bit. Oh, I see what you're talking about. I was like, huh? Hold on, I can always just do this. I love changing things. Okay, good. The only thing that gets me about sunscreen is the chemical smell, yeah. Also, I will say that the Korean sunscreen I use doesn't smell like anything. It's actually, like, very much just like putting on a scentless skin lotion, and then you forget it's there. The only thing I will say is part of that is you do need to wash it off at night, because you do forget it's there. You won't realize until you go to wash your face, and you're like, oh, there is still something on my skin. It can clog your pores if you leave it on overnight, and that can result in acne, but if you take it off before you go to bed, it should be fine. Your soda smells like coconut? Coconut, mango, pineapple, and sunblock, yes. And sea salt. I caught you, welcome in. Also, I don't know about the first one to lycanthropy, but I do know for a fact that eczema, it is helpful with eczema. Like that it's sensitive to people who have eczema. Or like, will be kind to your skin. Sorry, I'm like trying to find a way to word that. Also, hello, Molten Does Stuff. Howdy everyone, Neon and every bun. Playing the new update in Atlas that dropped today, and it's super fun. Bouncing up and down. More bunny drawn by Critter. Life is beautiful and worth living. Thank you. That's even better? Yeah, sorry. I am not a skincare freak. I am not like a, do you need to get rid of your pores? Do you need to look like glass? I was like, that's stupid. But if I can help you not get sunburn, how to treat sunburn, and how to like not have dry skin because I hate that shit. I want you to be comfortable. I don't need you to age like a piece of printer paper. Guys, friendly reminder, don't fall asleep in the sun. I know it feels good, but you will get sunburn. Or if you do, set a timer and have sunblock on. Wear a hat. Fall asleep underneath an umbrella. That's my favorite place to sleep at the beach, is like go under an umbrella.
Yeah, except I did that and then the sun moved and then I burnt my feet.
That's why you set a timer. Black Girl Sunscreen is peak? Ooh, taking notes. Is that the brand name? In TikTok, I saw someone that received like 120 attacks. My question is, how can you be mentally thinking that you will need to defend all the draws? I don't do that because I've received 3... Oh, okay, hold on. I'm going to make sure I'm not just pulling a number out of my ass. Currently on ARTFIGHT, in 7 days, I've been attacked 333 times. So I have just long given up the idea that I'm going to revenge every attack. In my mind, I have a few goals. My big goal for the whole month this year of ARTFIGHT is I want to draw every single day. I want to finish an attack every single day. And also, I want to be sure that some of those attacks are going after artists that don't have any attacks or have very few attacks, because I want to make sure that ARTFIGHT is fun for everyone involved. I deeply appreciate the people that attack me, and actually another one of my goals is that I want to comment on every person that makes an attack for me. But it would be physically impossible for me to revenge all of those attacks. I have psoriasis and Black Girl Sunscreen doesn't irritate my sensitive skin. That's really cool to know. Thank you. I will actually write that in my mental notebook because I am always looking for new things to help people out with skin. I love that Nova's ARTFIGHT titles are just a wah wah wah, but longer and longer each time. I don't know why, but sand on the beach gives me hella sensory issues. I know it does for some people. For me, I cannot relate, unfortunately. I love sand on the beach. I don't love it everywhere. Like, I don't like when you get off the beach and then there's like sand between your toes. or like in your shorts, but I do like the beach. I like sand. Also, with sunburn, yogurt will save you. It sounds stupid, but I'm so serious. Huh. That one's news to me. I know, like, aloe vera. That's, like, my go-to. Anytime I go to the beach, there's a bottle of aloe vera coming with us. Been loving tuning in and working on my attacks. Feels like I'm more productive when somebody else is working. Oh, wait, that's awesome! I'm so glad. I'm always so glad to hear that people are working on ARTFIGHT attacks while watching stream. I love ARTFIGHT. Please don't get sunburn as bad as last year. I was a lobster! It was awful. I will do my best. What's your ARTFIGHT username? I want to start following more people. I am FourLeafIsland, same as here. And also, guys, feel free to share your ARTFIGHT usernames in chat. I want everyone to be able to find new folks to follow. Coming for YouTube for some reason, I can't comment there. Hello, hello. My 4th ARTFIGHT attack of the day. Of the day?! Of the day?! Holy god! Okay, I'm impressed. I'm scared. Shaking a little bit. Extra crispy critter. Yeah, I was cooked. I was fried shrimp. Oh my god, I just realized the beach means we can go to drag bingo again. I'm so fucking excited. Oh, wait, highlighted. I've been working on ARTFIGHT attacks while watching your streams, and I stole your brush from your FAQ. Made me feel more productive somehow. Honestly, don't know what it is about a textured brush. Makes your line art feel a lot more forgiving, and so I love drawing with one. I think that's the other thing. People ask how I draw without pen pressure, and honestly, I feel like while I can draw without pen pressure for just a regular, like, round brush, something about the textured brush helps with that because it feels like drawing with a pen that bleeds, and the bleed adds to the feeling of it a bit. If I had a nickel for every time critter boiled, I would have a few nickels. I boil during streams sometimes because of how hot it gets here. My go-to streams for body doubling. Thank you. Maybe if I highlight both at the same time? No. Are you guys okay? Do you not need sleep or motivation or air? This sounds like Neil C. Sorega. The song is called Fruit on the Internet. Oh, it's by Monobonoko! Awesome. I didn't know that. It's not Lemon Demon. But it's cute. Okay. Fruity on the Internet, I'm one of those. I was about to say that Neilcore. I was gonna say it sounds like him, but it's not. Okay, wait. So technically the brown would be facing away from us. Who else is a fruit on the internet? Pretty much everyone in this chat room. Alright, hold on. We got this. No way, we all got called out, sorry, lovingly. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty sure... I went through my Tumblr drafts earlier and found a post of yours from 2023 about wanting a pear dragon persona, and I think about the fact that I didn't know who you were only 2 years ago. That's insane. I was some guy to you. Honestly, I'm glad. I'm glad that that was your first impression. Because that is true, and now I have one. Also, thank you for the hydrate. I do understand the motivation of having cool characters to draw, though. As I am the same. I'm working on my 31st? Hello? Please, please do not hurt your wrist. I mean, I guess not everyone's doing like backgrounds and stuff for their pieces, so I'm like thinking about what I'm doing. But at the same time, like, please make sure you're like resting and sleeping. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna be nice to myself and like actually fill in. Like, I'm not gonna hand color everything because I'm not masochistic enough to do that today, especially because my wrist literally hurt yesterday. Genuine question, but do other people here just not have anything else to do but art fight? I mean, to be fair, technically I do have other things to do. I did make it a goal this month to do a lot for art fight, but like I do have other parts of my job as an artist. I've just been like grinding like crazy. On the other hand, no, some people are teenagers and have off school right now, so that's part, you have to keep this in mind. Or don't have a job right now, and that's fine too. My first impression of your streams was coming in late after just freshly peeling a pomegranate and was your Minecraft house art. I watched the VOD and have been stuck around ever since. Wait, that's awesome. I work by day, so and art at night? Interesting. Unemployed teenager final boss. I'm a graphic designer, not a true artist, so all my attacks look like they're meant to be marketed. That's still an artist. No, Ember, do not say that about yourself. Graphic designers are artists. They're just a different, like, they're a different kind. Would you say that, like, a comic or a animation, like, person was not an artist? But yeah, like, some people don't have anything else going on for a variety of reasons. Oh, the glitching sounds are in the song. I was like, hello? For sharing our first stream experiences, I came in after Forrest started taking his hiatus and you started up. I still miss his Nuzlocke. I named his Bulbasaur. You named Lettuce? Oh, that's awesome. I do miss Forrest streams. I used to draw watching his streams. Honestly, some of the first Like His Comet pages were done watching Forrest streams. Hard angle for this character, but I think I can get it. Hearing Forest Lock takes me back. I know. Okay, help. Why do people start saying the word job is scary? Because they don't have one? I don't know. I'm full-time employed and I haven't had time for art fight. That's fine. That's totally fine. Different people have different amounts of time based on what they do. There should be no shame for different time allotments or energy levels. There's one person on ARTFIGHT who does like 200 plus attacks and takes off a week. That's scary. That's so scary. How are you doing 200 attacks a week? Dude, I draw all day and I can't even draw that fast. Can we still post our art fights? I was AFK. Yeah, go ahead. So it's not links, but you can post your users. Because links are not allowed in chat. Like, genuinely, my art is my full-time job, and the idea of drawing 200 pieces in a single week makes me feel like I'm gonna vomit. I did 30 pieces in a month, and that was painful for me, and I'm doing it again now because I want to see if I can still do it. But this would not be something, this would not be sustainable. I wonder if I can, like, merge these. The carpal tunnel, I'm screaming. Oh, also, I go by Critter on streams, and the way that I come up with ideas for art, genuinely for art fight, I do not draw characters that I don't feel inspired to draw. It's part of the reason I don't really do revenges, is like I need to have an idea, like have a vision. I need to see the character and like kind of know exactly what I'm going to do with them in order to draw them. Typically it's just like I see something about them or something in their bio that like strikes me and really interests me. Or specifically like with animals, I like drawing animals in natural environments, so clearly Bunny and in Strawberry Patch. My first impression is that we still are mutual in-laws. I remember working on a project together and I really loved your art and decided to follow. Wait, that's so sweet. The back of the head looks like it has a dent in it. Please. I can't do this to Nilla. Okay, I've like kind of fixed it. Kind of. I could always just make it like fluffy. This may be the secret. Okay, fluff is always the secret to breaking up a large line of color. Never doubt this. Bunny fight is true. I have drawn so many bunny characters already. I'm not counting Pikachu as a bunny character, but it is adjacent. It doesn't go out like that, though. It looks like it's actually... It actually looks like the spots end at the sides of the head. Hold on, where are you? I'm gonna see if I like how this looks better. Blocking out the colors can be the tedious part when it comes to like patterns and stuff, but it is worth it. Also, hold on. I was not enjoying the music. I kind of want to play Nobunoko instead. Alright, let me know if the music's too loud. I did just touch it up like a hair. Alright. Like a hair? Ha ha ha. Animal joke. Okay, I think if I do that... You okay? Oh, you were yawning. Sorry, I just heard you like breathe in. I was like, hello? I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, I think this would be more like... I think that might be the way to go, actually. Interesting for the pattern, but not bad. When you drew that fish animation, how long did it take you? Actually, that fish animation is not mine. The fish animation is by Coconut Zav, so I would not be able to answer that question because I was not the artist. I like to do little art features that are by other people on the streams to show off the work of other artists. That's what the little art feat thing underneath means. Also, hello, welcome in, Keon. Spunny is looking so cute. Thank you. Curious, do you use ARTFIGHT dark mode or light mode? Light mode. I use pretty much everything light mode, because ever since I started doing that, I basically have not had trouble with seasonal depression. A lot of people like kind of gawk at it when I say like I use light mode for everything, but if you are someone that struggles with seasonal depression and is affected, and like you need like a sunlight lamp, like it's that bad, you need to start using light mode on things. I'm being dead serious. Sleeping with blackout curtains is not good for you all the time. You will just get depressed because you don't see sunlight enough. Turning all of your things on dark mode is not good for you just because it's like bright on your eyes. You're like putting yourself in a cave. I do the same thing. That can help us. It's light! Guys, it's blue light. It is blue light coming from your screen. That is just what the sky is. Now you should also go outside, but you don't get blue light as much during the winter because the sun is just physically not out as much. My windows have been unblinded. Yeah, you gotta open your windows, guys. Too many people I know have their windows closed all the time, and they're like, and I'm sad. And I'm like, that's because you don't see the sky. You don't even have to touch grass. Like, if that's something that, you know, disability or you just don't have the time, I understand. But you do have to look outside. You have to see that the world is out there. Also, I think light mode is cute, yes. Okay, Bonet. I used to work in an office, no windows. Yeah, and I was gonna say, I lived in a basement. I lived in a basement and I developed a vitamin D disorder. That's how little I saw sunlight. I do know a thing or two about how much light a person needs to survive, because I was on the brink of not getting enough to survive. Not that I would have died from a vitamin D disorder, but like I had bruises that never healed and like sunken like rings under my eyes. I was like a vampire. It was pretty bad. You guys don't understand. Vitamin D disorders will affect like a lot of things. Your cuts will never heal. Like if you get like if you scab your knee, or if you like you start seeing things. This is true actually. If you don't get sunlight enough. Wait, is that why? Bitch, you had scurvy? No, because I was getting vitamin C from what I was eating. Actually, I probably ate more vitamin C at my job at a cafe than I have ever eaten in my life. No, and from the doctor, literally just had a vitamin D deficiency. Critter might be onto something. I will turn light mode on my phone for 2 days, for like 2 days to see if I feel better. I'm glad that I could have turned you to it. So I guess we're not that different from plants. I mean, it's more like humans. Humans as animals. If you put an animal in a dark box and never let it see outside, it would also start to die. Whether it would just self-destruct or like its body would just start shutting down. Like, you can't do that to a bird. You can't do that to a hamster. So why is it any different when you do it to a you? You're doing it to yourself willingly. That's the worst part. I genuinely, I like to bring this up to people, especially other animal heads. Like, if you are someone that has animal autism and you, like, really enjoy taking care of animals, if you would not do what you're doing to yourself to an animal, if what you're doing to yourself would be considered animal abuse, you should probably reconsider why you think you should do it to yourself. If you think feeding yourself an unbalanced, unnutritious diet, sitting inside in the dark all the time, never having any social time, never doing anything, moving yourself around, never giving yourself any enrichment like puzzles or books or music or toys, like, if you wouldn't do it to a pet, you should not be doing it to yourself. Scurvy, like the things pirates got. Well, the reason they got scurvy is because they weren't eating fruit. This is gonna be so freaking cute when I'm done. Bats. I freaking love bats. No one knows her. I'm too old. Harbor? Where are you? Hi, buddy. I didn't know you were under my desk. Just joining stream, what are we talking about? Oh, we were just talking about, like, self-care and stuff. It's freaking bats. I love Halloween. Oh, I'm so glad someone knows. Var's name is spelled with 2 R's. After that, I think I'm going to take better care of myself. Good. Absolutely good. I'm proud. I know it's not easy to break these habits, guys. Like, I'm not saying this to scold you. I'm saying this because I want to reframe your thinking. You're thinking about yourself as yourself. You're thinking about yourself from the perspective of you know everything that you think and everything you've done and all of the worst moments that you've had and all of the most embarrassing things you've done. And so you're in that mindset of, I am this person who has done all these horrible things or is not that impressive or is not worth celebrating and taking care of. So if you cannot get out of that mindset and you cannot think of yourself as something worth taking care of, you need to think about yourself like an animal and realize that if what you are doing would be considered animal abuse to another animal, you need to stop doing it to yourself. Again, how can you expect yourself to flourish when you're not taking care of yourself? Okay, wait, I'm animal abusing myself. That's what I mean! You gotta stop! Now, I'm not like, again, I'm not mad. I'm just like, please. Self-care is very hard, but reframing it as animals is very helpful. This is also secretly why having personas is a secret power, because if you can't take care of yourself, but you can envision taking care of your little guy, then that will help you. I gotta take care of my little bunny, exactly. That's your soul. Just yesterday I went back and contacted old friends to apologize for some nasty stuff I said, and did because I wanted to be a better person. I think you're one of the reasons why I feel this way. I'm really glad to hear that, genuinely. I know that that's not easy too, so, like, I'm proud of you. I've had that before where, like, I apologize to someone, and, you know, sometimes they don't ever get back to you, sometimes they don't talk to you again, and that's fine. Like, you're not owed that, but, you know, it's the taking the step to do it that takes bravery, so I'm proud of you. Also, yeah, Lemmy, I was gonna say, I don't think you have to worry about seasonal depression in Brazil. Like, you are getting sunlight, my friend. You also go outside and exercise more than anyone I know. So I think that you do have that basis covered. So in essence, what is a fursona? Is it like a little guy that embodies you, or just a fun little dude that does stuff like you? It depends. It's very personal to each person. So I like to bring up this example. Critter is my fursona, but also is my stream mascot. Critter is me, but it's also like me in a way that is fun and mascotified and palatable to people. So, you know, if you see Critter, you're like, that looks like a creature, that looks like a Pokemon creature. And you wouldn't be wrong. Critter is like, if you turned me, the person behind the screen, into a creature, this is what I would be. I also have a fursona that is like just an anthropomorphic cat that is literally a one-for-one stand-in for what I'm like. Hold on, I'm grabbing it. My guy. This guy. This character specifically is just, it goes shopping, it goes and it pays taxes. It basically, this cat creature does everything that I do during my daily life. It is a one-for-one stand-in. And I think having multiple versions of fursonas is nice because it can do, you can kind of compartmentalize parts of your brain into these characters, and find things to use them for. The Calico Cat character is basically just like, stand in for me. If I need to make a comic talking about my daily life, I use this character. If I need to make a character, or if I need to like draw something funny that happened, like when I was watching TV with my boyfriend, I would do it of this character. But then if I want to, Golden Lalame, if I want to draw something that is like, you know, more whimsical or like a more fantastical take on something that I actually experience, like, for example, when we moved apartments, Critter moved from their treehouse to a boathouse. And so, yeah, no, I didn't actually move into a half-sunken boat in the middle of the ocean, but I like having... Sorry, yeah, you're right, we are actually in a half-sunken boat in the middle of the coral reef right now. But if I if I want to have a more whimsical approach to the things that I do in daily life, I do them with Critter. Whereas if I want to have a more down to earth, like this is literally what's happening right now in my life, I usually use my Willow Cat persona. And then Angel is more like, I don't know how to describe, like conceptual, more dreamy, more like, it is fantastical, but in a different way. And then, like, the ironic symbolism of the boathouse and what happened at the old apartment. No, it is really funny. Your V2 model is also very out of sync with the audio. Ooh, hold on. Maybe I need to... It looks fine on my end, but I can always, Oh my god, I'm frozen now. Sometimes it just takes closing out VTube Studio and trying again. There we go. Now I'm back. I think it's fine. I was gonna say, my friend, you might need to refresh Twitch. Sorry, I just froze. What happened at the old apartment? A pipe burst and leaked gray water into our apartment. Awesome. Critter, think of a cat breed now? Lavender Point or Ragdoll. I mean, they can technically be both. It was fine. I think you just moved for a bit and the VTuber froze. Gotcha. Have you not played How have you not played Monster Hunter? This is such a Monster Hunter design. I haven't. I've never played Monster Hunter, which I think is really funny because so many people have said that about Critter. Alright, can I shade these strawberries without it, like, going off the canvas now? If that's how you came up with Critter, what about your partner with Chestnut? So, I honestly just asked him if he had a monster persona, what would it be? And he was just like, have you ever seen Pompoko? And I was like, I have not. And he's like, you know the Tanukis in Pompoko? And I was like, yes, I do know what that is, now that you've shown me pictures. And he's like, okay, I want to be that. I was like, heard. So then I made Chestnut, but I couldn't make Chestnut have the powers that Pompoko has because I had to make it family friendly, so I decided to give him a magical tail instead. You're a Therian? I am, yes. You should watch Pompoko, very Therian-esque movie. I do want to watch it. Cut a sack either way, don't say it like that! Don't say that! Tanuki and, like, mythology are... I don't even really want to share that information, actually. Someone else could explain this. I don't want to be the explainer. All you need to know is that's why Tom Nook has 2 nephews. Like, that's the joke. Power is stored in the balls. Did no one know that? I learned that from Lemmy. This makes me want to embrace my childhood desire of making my true persona Kitsune. Something about them is so magical. Yeah. Are you serious right now? Yes! Yes, that's why they are supposedly, like, he generated them. So welcome in, Ashley Cat. The Balls Brothers, no! Please! Yes, that's what they're supposed to be. I didn't know Tom Nook. That's why Tom Nook had 2 nephews. I'm sorry, that shit kills me. I'm in ads, no worries. The bells, my Animal Crossing theory is that the bells are also a reference to Tanuki. I actually do think that is true. Okay, so in the lore, in the actual Animal Crossing lore, yes, he did just take them in. But the joke, okay, you know how Isabel's character, her head is literally a bell bag and her name is Isabel? Like, she is a bell? It's similar to that with Tom Nook. Yes, within the lore, Tom Nook did just adopt those characters. And the leaf furniture is also from Tanuki leaves. Yeah, and that's where Forrest's little leaf hat comes from, is from, like, the Tanuki leaves. Guy with Tanuki autism, I love it. Never stop, never apologize. So he has 2 nephews, I'm sobbing. I'm sorry to be the one to break it to you, but Animal Crossing is no stranger to making, like, kind of funny jokes. Everyone just slowly putting it together, like... New Four-Leaf Island Lord Chestnut has a necklace of crystals he uses to shapeshift in his... This necklace is a very family heirloom. The family jewels. Please, please tell me you heard that. You had no reaction. Also, yes, Neapolitan bunny in a strawberry field. My god, thank you for the stretch. I've never played Animal Crossing, so now all I know is balls. That's all you need to know, actually. The stream is peak, thank you. I don't know how this same fucking topic keeps coming up in every stream. Okay, hold on, I gotta do the background. Oh yeah, the 4 and 5 days VODs are back? Yeah, I found out they had been privated by Twitch. It wasn't me or anyone else that did it, so like... Thank you. I don't know what happened, but they're up now, so you guys can watch them after stream if you so desire. Lemmy drew Two Nut Island. I remember that. I remember that.
I got a screenshot of you with 420 viewers.
Awesome.
I am not an artist, or I would have drawn something for that.
You should still draw something. Critter, what do you think of Tom Nook and Red Ex-Husbands? I just want you to know that I have a Pinterest board for my boyfriend, and there are multiple images of Red and Tom Nook in there. So if you ever have to wonder where character inspiration for Chestnut and Critter comes from, it is not just from, you know, Kitsune and Tanuki often being associated with each other. It is also from them. You're literally engaged to the Tanuki guy. Of course this is going to keep coming up. This is true. This is true. I like Fire Sport. I think it's cute. I still love Tom Nook. Oh, I love Tom Nook no matter what. That's my husband. I'm happy. I'm happy to see my husband. I'm drawing my first one right now, and she's a bunny fairy named Eden. Oh, that's really cute.
Did you see the poll?
No.
You like Tom Nook learning this fact that Critter shared?
I will have to make this poll.
No, I think somebody just did it. Sorry, I just saw it pop up.
Awesome. I still like Tom Nook. I made it. Thank you, Harper. You've been fed. Life-size Marie plush spotted. I want to get it for him so bad. Anytime I get like anytime I make a lot of money from something, I don't know what it'll be. Dude. Sorry, a cat keeps attacking me. Anytime I get massive amounts of money, I don't know when this will be, but the plan, I want to get him the life-size Marie. I brought a Peach Riot figure secondhand for super cheap because she was broken. She finally came in and I'm painting her while watching stream. Oh, I love those figures. I hope you have fun. They're really pretty. I want a life-size Furret. I want a life-size Furret for myself, but I love my boyfriend more than anything on this planet, so I would get him the Marie first. Your cat is doing art fight? No. My cat's being a brat, but I still love him. My favorite Animal Crossing character is Goldie. Oh, I love Goldie. She's cute. I want a life-size Scolipede, but also no, because that beast is massive. I would want a life-size Scolipede. Have you seen the life-size Lapras that they make? That thing is huge. I'm like, how do you even have the room in your house for such a thing? Life-size Kyogre pool float when? I actually want that too. They did actually make a Lapras pool float. I wanted to get it for the beach this year, but I was like, no, I don't know where I would store it when we're not there. Life-size Wailord. I don't think that'll ever happen. And if they do, it would have to be like they make a boat out of the Wailord. What if I do like more of a blue color? Ugh. Sorry, I'm like... Why are you ugly? Okay, that's looking better. That's looking better. I've actually owned the Lapras when I don't live near a beach, and I feel self-conscious taking it to the pool because it's so big I don't know what to do. I mean, does your pool have like a float night? I can say for sure, like as someone that's been a lifeguard before, a lot of pools have what they call like pool float nights, where they allow you to bring rafts, and then it wouldn't matter what size it was, because you're not like taking up real estate in the pool that's not allowed. I understand being self-conscious about it being big though, like I wouldn't want people not to have fun at the pool. Okay. Yippee! This is looking so cute. Oh my god, though, I gotta make this brush lock to a bigger size. I'm sick of having to adjust it. Ah. Starts yelling. Oh, you know what? Actually, what I could do? Pulling out a comic trick. I don't know why I wasn't doing this before. And then... I can just select these areas. Also, thank you for the save break. Hold on, I'm gonna fill this in really quick and then I'll save. Not the erg color reaction. Sorry, sometimes that's just what it's like. You go to color something and you're like, ugh, why are you hideous? Gonna revert to caveman speech. How draw background good? I'm so sorry. I will make a video on backgrounds at some point in the future. I don't even think I'm all that good at drawing backgrounds, frankly. I feel like I use a lot of cheats. But I will do my best, because you're not the first person who's asked such a thing. Okay, hold on. Nice. The Lycus backgrounds are so pretty, though. Thank you. Behind the scenes, it is literally like me screaming, crying, throwing up, and like thrashing around like a dying animal, trying to make sure that I'm communicating enough detail with the backgrounds, but also not making environments that are so detailed that having to redraw them like 16 times will make me want to die. Alright, I'm enjoying this so far. Here's the thing, though. The green is it's very green. I'm kind of thinking maybe I need to take this back into more of a blue green. Ugh. Okay, but hold on. Ugh. This is painful to look at. Getting there. So. I don't know if I like this better. Stroking wizard beard. Okay, that's better. I don't know what that is. I don't know what the difference is necessarily, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Just booking in. Your drawing of the spun is adorable. Thank you. Draw more detailed bookshelves. I don't want to die. I don't hate myself that much. Your character on the bottom right is so cute. Oh, me. Thank you. That is me. I'm Critter. Flashbacks to the Legacy bookshelf page. Never again. Actually, there will be something that's like that in this new chapter that I'm like kicking future me for and being like, haha, bozo, you have to deal with me planning the scene. But I'm gonna try and find some ways to like make it a little easier for myself. But not going to corrupt this time. Exactly. And I'm going to build it in Minecraft first. Also, I am so off topic. Holy Jesus Christ. Anyway, let's get back to doing the art fight attack, which is what we were supposed to be doing. I like apple juice. Yeah, I also like apple juice. Critter's food review. Dude, now I'm just hungry as hell. Forest. How much do you love me?
What?
If I wanted to go get a bagel so I can keep drawing, would you draw for a little bit? Looking at you with big, wet, shiny eyeballs. What?
I don't know what to draw.
You were the one that suggested the Labubu Sona. Now you must deliver. Hold on, I gotta like connect. There we go. Actually, I think I might even have to go a bit lighter with some of these leaves. Oh, that's too light. That's too light. Stop! Please stop scratching my chair. I mean, at the very least, if I can get the flats in, that would be good. Because then shading is, like, pretty simple after that. Your strawberry field and character pose look amazing. Thank you. Bring snacks back for the rest of class, too. Chestnut needs to draw bro smoking a blunt again. He did actually do that at one point. Okay. The thing I think I'm gonna do... So I'm gonna do like a line art color pass. Because I think that'll really start to bring the piece together. And then... Oh, welcome in, Sir Draws! Hello! I'm like locked the hell in doing an art fight piece right now. But I hope you guys had a lovely stream. What were you guys working on? Can do the lines in the brown color. Yeah, no. Glad art fight has been going well. Oh, absolutely. I had to take yesterday off because my wrist was kind of hurting, but I think that it was necessary because now I feel fine. Now I'm back at it. No lying, I am locked in now. I've been a little distracted during stream, but I have been progressively getting things done. You can grab a quick link if you want art tax. No. I'd love to see. I would love to see art tax, please. All right. Although I think our playlist... Oh, no, it's not over yet. Also, I do not like the blue that I used for the line art. I think I need to go actually more like with a dark green, but that's pretty easy to fix. Ugly Discord link incoming? No, it is more than okay. I really like it. Are these outfit designs for a character? The teams are so balanced. When I looked earlier, we only 20 people apart. Oh, that's phenomenal. 2 different drafts. Awesome. I really, really like the green one, actually. That's probably... I really like the colors specifically, going from the kind of periwinkle top into the green pants. That's a color combo I don't often see like utilized and executed well, but it looks really nice here. The right is for Clover and Ari. Very fitting design. Very fitting design. Oof. Gotta crack my back. These are gorgeous. No, I really like these. Your fashion design's great. Thank you. Most of the colors are placeholders for now, so I can tell my layers apart. That makes sense. I will say, the periwinkle into the green does look great. I don't know if that has any resemblance to the color palette you intend on using, but I do think that looks really nice. So I think, okay, where's the green? No apply connected. Oh, that looks so much better already. It's fun working on 2 wildly different designs at once. Fully understand. Our music stopped. Also, you don't have to draw the Labubu, honey. I just want a snack. Well, it turns out I didn't eat the soft pretzel. My cats ate the soft pretzel because I later found the remains near their kitty bed. I don't even remember why I brought this up other than just I was mad about it. The starch! Harbor likes starch. I was so sad. And so yes, Harbor and Pluto love bread. They're like obsessed with bread. It's their Jungkook. Habubu! Greed sickens me. And the thing is, I don't even think Pluto realizes that he's stealing. He's just an opportunistic eater. Harbor, on the other hand, the other day, he was eating French fries out of a cup because that was when we got dinner. And Forrest went to reach to stop him, and he lunged to try and get more fries before he could be taken away. And then he ran with a mouthful of French fries. He is fully aware of the fact that he is not supposed to be eating French fries. I got alive for the first time ever. Welcome in, buddy. He's kind of me. I can't even, like, be mad at him. He is my child. Like, that is my son. I birthed him. Alright. Calling Harbor Habubu was a vocal stab to mine during the Minecraft streams. I predicted Labubu. His tactics fascinate me. Very clever for that. How do you choose line art colors? Typically, I do a darker and more saturated version of the colors that are contained within the line art. So not the colors that surround the line art, but the color of the thing that's being contained. For example, the outline of a strawberry is going to be a dark red because the strawberry is dark red. Harbor's like, I have to hunt and gather to survive. I have to scrounge for crumbs. Stealing is morally correct and the only way of avoiding starvation. And Pluto is just like, yay, hubby brought dinner. He doesn't know. He has no idea where it comes from. He's like, oh, thank you. Thank you for sharing with me. Thank you for giving me crumbs. Meanwhile, Harbor's not sharing. He's just there. I think this is very achievable to finish tonight. Like, it's only 9 o'clock, and I'm done the flats, and I'm moving on to coloring the line work. I would still love to get the thumbnails for the 2 things done that I plan to do. We'll see. Mimi not even waiting for the perfect time to strike, he just goes. I mean, you're live. Is this VOD be up soon? I lost the whole stream. Oh, I'm still like gonna be live for another hour or so. But I will leave this up as a VOD, yes. Actually noticed sometimes Luda has been standing up for himself and blocked Labubu from eating his food. That's good. Earlier today he bit Harbor and it was like not hard, but like Harbor was like laying on top of him and Pluto bit him. And Harbor just kind of like stared at him like not sure what to do. Anytime is the perfect time to strike if you're quick enough. Alright. Looking pretty good. There have been so many farters tonight. And for what? Actually, this could be like a little pinker. And just got these colors. I'm not sure how I feel about the background colors still. Like, I'm not sure how I feel about the grass specifically. Why did the last two streams not get saved? They actually did. They just got privated for some reason by Twitch. I think that maybe Twitch has a new default setting where, like, you have to unprivate things or, like, set them to not go private. Which is just something I'll have to change in settings. It's a little annoying because before they all were unprivated by default. But they're back up now. Like, they are now up and you're able to watch them. Again, I don't know why they weren't originally. That doesn't make any sense to me, but not my thing. How many cats do you have? Just 2. We just have the 2. They're a bonded pair. To head out for now, but the stream has been wonderful. It makes me so happy to see you draw Nilla. I love this piece and I'm really excited to see how it'll look done. Thank you so much for drawing her. Hope you have a wonderful evening, Critter, and sending love. Thank you. And thank you for stopping by. Alright. I am still so on the... Actually, one of the things I might need to do is lighten up the strawberries a little bit, because this red that I'm using is like a very dark red. Like, it feels like the red that would be used for shadows. Let me see if I can do that. Ooh. That's a little too much, though. Okay, that's better. Now we're talking. And like, gotta lighten it up ever so slightly at the top. My heart rate when I wake up on Sunday morning, realize Critter did the stream while I slept and there's no VOD. Or is there? There is actually no stream at all on Sunday. I took off because my wrist was really hurting. And also I was just like kind of mentally in a funk. So I didn't want to do like kind of a boring stream where I drew really slow and didn't talk very much. So instead I just did my piece off stream and did it at a pace which I did not injure myself. Actually, something kind of cute that I could do is I could make the way that this comes down almost like a little flower pattern. And that might make it more... Oh, this is fun. It's not real, like this is not how strawberries actually look, but it's got style. Like sometimes it's less about how something looks directly and more about how something feels it looks. You'll see people say that with like Ghibli tears, is that like the way that Miyazaki draws and animates tears, they don't look like what tears look like, but they feel like what tears feel like, and that, or they look like what tears feel like. And I think that's like a really large part of my art, I guess, guidance and like vision, is I like to draw what things feel like, because you can perfectly like capture one for one what something looks like in real life. And I think life studies are really important too for doing this, because you have to understand what something looks like in order to know how to properly transmute it into something that still translates as what you're trying to draw. But I think that I have a lot more fun trying to think about what something feels like and how to translate that into art than I do just doing like a one-to-one study for how things look in real life. I've been wondering if I should get Procreate or Clip Studio. Do you have any recommendations? Yeah, I think Clip Studio is the better. I've used both, and I vastly prefer Clip Studio. I think Clip Studio is way more customizable. I think that it's way more beginner friendly. I'm always happy to answer questions about it, so if you have questions, I'll do my best. Sometimes I don't know things because I'm learning it myself, but I've never like run into anything that I couldn't either teach myself or go to a friend that had the program already and be like, hey, do you know how to do this? And learn it within like 5 minutes. As a Procreate user, CSP looks tasty. It's really nice. I had used Photoshop for years before I used CSP, and it's not even a contest. Like, Photoshop gets blown out of the water in terms of price and usability, which is crazy for something that costs like $20 a month. Of course, of course. I'm switching from drawing on my phone and drawing on a tablet past PC. Definitely going to use CSP. Also, hi. I found you when a friend shared one of your videos and I asked for her for art advice. Oh, that's awesome. And thank you. Welcome in. It's really, in my opinion, it's really nice using Clip Studio, and I'm trying to figure out line of action. I mostly want to I'm mostly trying to figure out how to draw. Line of action, and yes, CSP is a permabuy. There's no subscription. If you know me, I am one guy that hates the subscription model. I use it for my print club, but that's because I send something new every single month. So I view it less as a subscription and more as like you're purchasing something once a month, and it's like a guaranteed purchase. But I hate subscription models. I hate them. It is still subscription on the iPad, actually. That's a good forewarning, but it is a permabuy on the computer. And it's been worth every cent. To be fair, though, there's a free version to use on the iPad. You just can't save anything, so take that as you will. Why do I hate subscription models? Because I feel like if you buy something, you should own it. I think the idea of having to continue to pay for a license to use something as someone that is not a business is diabolical. Frankly, I think that businesses should own the right to use something once they've bought it. But if it's like a piece of software that's like, you know, necessary for something to run, I kind of understand wanting to be paid royalties. But for someone that's just a casual user, I think it's evil. I think it's greedy and it's evil. Yeah, CSP is a one-time buy if you are on desktop. If you are on iPad, it is a subscription. Sorry, I want to make sure that I am and there is a free version for the iPad. Dang, Adobe changed my freaking stupid student discount at school. Yeah, I started with Adobe because of the student discount, because my college used Adobe for everything. I'm going to be so honest, unless you literally have to use Adobe for a job or something that you're working on, I would say run for the hills screaming from Adobe. Avoid using Adobe at all costs. It will bleed you dry. It will have updates that just absolutely annihilate your files. Speaking as someone that writes a webcomic and lost multiple pages of work, which was multiple months of buffer, or I should say weeks of buffer, because of an Adobe update, I will forever sing their rage and hatred. I do not like them. The free version is not iPad only, it's just the free trial version itself. I had it on my laptop for a few years ago before permabuying. Oh, I didn't realize that. That's very cool. I was there for the Great Purge. Never again. I will never own an Adobe product for the rest of my life. I don't care what they have. They could invent like X-ray glasses. They could invent the ability to fly. I will never go back. I hold grudges for so long. Adobe has been the industry standard, which I'm thankful they're not the standard anymore. That's what I mean. Also, I know so many studios that are using Clip Studio Paint. And that's the other reason that if you guys want to be ahead for what's slowly becoming the industry standard, Clip Studio Paint is becoming an industry standard, and it has the ability to animate. So if you want to test out animation but you're scared of some of the bigger animation software, you should try CSP because of that. I'm really liking this so far. I'm still unsure of how I feel about this background color. I kind of want something like more moody, but I'm scared if I go like too blue. If I go too blue, it's not gonna look like grass anymore. And if I gray it out too much, it's gonna look, hold on, pause. I'll leave that there. Wow, the line of that is like so pixelated. Just came in. Hi, welcome in. I'm gonna do the strawberries in the background really quick because I think that's also gonna determine how I think this looks. Please, why could I draw all the strawberry shapes like so quickly with no problem, and then I have to draw that one and it's like, actually, die? I love your art, it's so cute. Thank you, welcome in, Eggy. It's funny, you're not actually the only Eggy username here. You will have to fight Eggy Sandwich. I had to use Adobe for my animation class and it sucked. I had so many problems. Me too. I remember trying to learn to animate on Adobe software and I was like, wow, maybe I'll never animate. I'm too stupid for this. And then I tried animating for a week in Clip Studio Paint and I was making like multiple like second-long animations like it was nothing. Like literally with no problem. Call me Maggie? No worries. No worries, Maggie. Like, I think if you've ever tried using an Adobe software and you thought you were too stupid to do something on the computer, I need you to try again using a different software because you will probably realize you are perfectly fine at whatever you were trying to do. Editing, another one. If you've ever tried editing on Adobe software, like doing video editing, and then you went to try a different program, you are going to realize very quickly that you are not dumb. Adobe's layout is just so dog shit that it makes you feel like you're trying to pilot a spacecraft when you're trying to take clips out of the inside of a video. Good night, Critter, people in Critter. Hello, welcome in. Photoshop literally killed me and I'm in graphic design, not even animation art. I used Photoshop for years and every update they moved shit around and I was like, I am dying. Just keep it in the same place! Use DaVinci Resolve for editing. I love sharing this fun fact. Did you know that the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once was edited fully in DaVinci Resolve? So never let anyone tell you that you cannot edit, like that it has to do with your software not being expensive enough, because that is a free program and they used it to edit an entire movie and it's fucking phenomenal. We had a film class and he taught us to use Adobe, but it was just so difficult to make my movie. I begged him to use a different software. I'm telling you, the reason that so many teachers are telling you to use Adobe... Okay, do you guys know how, like, contracts work when it comes to, like, software usage and licensing as it comes to education and the industry? As it stands, in America specifically, Adobe has contracts signed with multiple big league style studios, basically saying, you can use our program for XYZ amount of money, so long as you promise to keep using our program for XYZ amount of years, and we will give you this at a discount so that everyone in your studio can have these programs. They also do that with schools. So if a school is trying to make sure that people have the program to use so that they can learn how to do something on a computer, Adobe will come in and be like, hey, do you need a student license for these programs? You can have like a package of like 200 of this animation software, but you have to stay subscribed to us for this amount of years. Oh, save break shouldn't be disabled. I think it was probably disabled because Faris took over for me for a bit. My reason for bringing this up is the reason that Adobe has been the industry standard despite the fact that it is literally ass cheeks and does not do half as much as other programs do for like a fraction of the money, is that They have all of these contracts signed with people, basically being like, hey, you can't switch out of us or else you will have to pay the price that you would have paid if you didn't get this deal. And that's how they get you, right? If you cancel your subscription early, they charge you a loss fee for basically like saying you have to cancel before we thought you would cancel, whereas we were predicting you were going to stay on this payment plan for this amount of years. And so you have to pay $200 to cancel right now. It would be cheaper to just let your plan finish out and keep paying. Yeah, no, it's diabolical. It is, and actually they got sued over it. I don't know if the lawsuit has ended or if it went anywhere. But yes, it is evil. Makes total sense. I'm SCAD alumni. Yeah, I was very interested in why Adobe was the industry standard when it's bad. Frankly, it's bad. It doesn't work very well. It's difficult for beginners to learn. It's not friendly for translating between programs, despite the fact that it likes to market itself on that, and its updates are cheeks. Well, it's because of that. It's because of contracts and licensing issues. So I'd love to share these things. I love to teach you so that you can go out into the world and hate Adobe like me. And then you can tell all your friends and we can all hate Adobe and get Clip Studio Paint and other free programs together. Gonna hop off for tonight. Have a great rest of the stream, and thank you for keeping me company, of course. I mean, besides that fact, too, Adobe was one of the first companies that when DEI rollbacks were started in America, were one of the first people to terminate their diversity and equity programs in their company. So they basically were chomping at the bit to just not have to worry about diversity in their company. It didn't help that my teacher was film focused and didn't know anything about animation. That happened to me too. Also, thank you for the hydrate. Sounds like a marketing strategy rather than Adobe software is great. What I'm saying is, if your program is actually good, if it's actually functional, you shouldn't have to lock people into a devil's contract that they cannot break lest they give you their firstborn child to leave. That doesn't strike confidence in your products. To me, that sounds like you are trying to exploit people that were looking for a discount to teach students how to do something because they have to pay for children to learn in a country where our education system is gutted of all of its resources. But that's just me. That's my crazy opinion. If this interests you, then you should watch the YouTube video For-Profit Creative Software by N Vertex. It is beautifully put together. Wait, actually, I'm going to listen. I'm going to write that down because I do love video essays. Ooh, thank you. I love video essays. And people also talk about how hard it is to cancel Adobe. I'm not even kidding. They charge you. When I was using, when Photoshop corrupted multiple of my page files, and I finally was like, I've had enough. I cannot do this anymore. I've been an Adobe user for like 12 years now. Yeah, no, 12 years, because it's been since I was 14. No, because it would be 11 because I canceled it when I was like 25, 24. Regardless, I had been subscribed for a very long time, put a lot of money into them. I tried to cancel my subscription like 4 months before it renewed. They charged me $200 to cancel. Just to cancel the subscription. I'd been paying on time for years. But to cancel the subscription, I had to pay another $200. Because apparently I did not give them enough money in the 11 years of using them. Sorry, I hate Adobe so much. Like, it's actually a personality trait for me at this point, how much I hate Adobe. Hi, I'm Critter, 4-Leaf Island. I love to teach art, and I hate Adobe. Yes, $200! You have to keep in mind, I was paying $20 a month already just to use the program. Now, because my job is art, it was paying for itself, but the $200 was an expense out of nowhere that I wasn't expecting. Why is Clip Studio goated? Because they actually give a shit about artists and they let artists develop their program. I mean, that's the biggest difference. That sounds illegal? Yeah, like I said, they were getting sued over it last I saw. Not by me, but by other people that had experienced similar issues. And you should use Clip Studio Paint. What if you stopped giving them money instead of canceling? They will basically tab up your bill, and they would just keep track of how much you owe them, and then your unpaid bill would go to a debt collector who would then harass you. So you can't not just pay bills, unfortunately. Cough cough, if you want a free Photoshop alternative, try Photopea. It operates in browser. Interesting. There's also apparently a somewhat recent GIMP update that has been ruined to be a Photoshop killer. Awesome. I love it. I'm so happy. Me at my own wedding, and me, actually no, I would dress up for my wedding. I love my boyfriend. Me at my graduation versus me at the fall of Adobe. Is Adobe like a mafia or something? Yes. I mean, yet literally, they have you sign contracts that you can't leave. Why would it not just cancel your sub? Because they want money from you. Also, because when you cancel your subscription, they charge you to cancel your subscription. Because they're like, oh, we're losing out on money, so you have to pay us the money we were gonna lose. That's what you agreed to in your contract, which, not the contract I signed, brother. I signed a contract when I was a 14-year-old in my animation class that just said, you have to pay a subscription. Here's your student discount. And I was like, okay, yay. Hello, mid-rant ketchup ad. Guys, this is not the Among Us eye, please. Eyes just look like this when light reflects on them. It's so ridiculous that you have to pay for a cancellation. It is. I think it's evil. That's one of the reasons I will forever sing my hatred for them. Not only did you corrupt my files, you also made me pay money to leave. That's crazy. Leaving Adobe was like an abusive ex that I will never look back on with anything but hatred, and I fell into the arms of Clip Studio Paint, who has held me and taken care of me so lovingly. Yeah, I'm stuck paying because of art school in a course that I finished last year. You get it. That's how they get you. Also have to hype Paint Tool Sai because she's my girlie from day one. Sai was created, as far as I know, by one man team. The brush engine is genuinely fantastic, especially if you like brushes with high blending or customizing and making your own brushes. A one-time $52 purchase covers not only the first edition, but also Paint Tool Sai 2, which is currently in beta and actively receiving updates. That's very cool. Actually, thank you for sharing, Toasty, genuinely. No, they're hiding my YouTube chat from me. Okay, I am gonna put like little sparklies. I like to wear sparkly dresses. Eee! No, I can do a better E than that. Actually, I think if I did it, I would wake up our downstairs neighbors. Thank you for this. Thank you for the resub, LSAD Fox. Adobe is literally breaking the law, the click to cancel rule. I know, they suck. I haven't heard sparkly dresses in forever. I love her. I love the edit where it makes her look like she has like a Zubat face. I don't know why someone did that, but I love it. Your rendering is so fun to watch. That's shapes. Thank you. Speaking of rendering, I'm gonna do something that looks really evil for like a few moments, but I promise that there is an end result to this that will make sense. Oh my god, but look how cute this looks. I love this. The Zubat face one is the best version. It's like it's the number one. It's on top. Okay, wait, it's not eye bleeding enough. Actually, what if I just made all of the colors go away? What if it was all a dream? Okay, there we go. And then... Yep. Strawberry. Thank you for the hydrate. I think I can finish this. I would really love... You're inspiring me to go do the rest of my ref sheets for ARTFIGHT. You should. I would really like to finish this. and I would like to sketch thumbnails for the print club, tomorrow's piece, and then the thumbnail for this YouTube video on Friday. And I can do like a little shadow underneath the hair. This is like my cheat way of getting shading. I'm not actually going to use a multiply layer with purple. I think that looks like dog cheeks. Some people can make it work. I have never liked it because I can always tell it's a multiply layer. Popping off to rest before I play Minecraft with friends for a while. Loved watching along while I did my art fight attacks. Awesome, and thank you for stopping by. Ooh, if anyone wants to cancel their Adobe after 2024's ruling, they cannot charge you. That's news to me. That's good news. I did not know that. Damn, I canceled too early. I could have had a free out. Do you have a video on shading highlights? Yes, oh, so peachy. I'm so glad you asked. I literally do. It was the first art tutorial video I actually did. Hold on, let me like link my YouTube really quick. But if you go to the Critter Breaks It Down playlist, that's like the first video in there. And it's called Shading and Fill Light? Something like that. It was a few months ago, but it is still a pretty solid tutorial. I also talk about like shadow temperature and like, you know, light temperature in that. I probably could go more into that topic in a future video, but that was just like a preliminary breakdown of how I plan those things out in a piece. Also, hello, welcome in, Sensor. Alright, hopefully this is giving the dimension that I want it to. Really quick, I'm just going to fill these in. Ah, wrong color. Okay, there we go. I watched that last night. Awesome. Well, I was going to say, you guys are going to be happy because when I do the thumbnail for this upcoming video, it's another video on color and shading. I just had one on value come out, not last week, but the week before. And I think that one's really solid. It does just go into like how to use value when it comes to lighting. But the one that's coming out this week is color palettes for characters, like for OCs. My pen. One of the things that we did was we had a character, someone who was trying to draw a piece that takes place underwater, and I helped with that. And then another one was how to make colors more vibrant, and like how I choose my colors to make them look more vibrant. So if that sounds interesting to you, that video will be out this week. Is it illegal for you to not draw cute characters? I mean, I draw scary characters sometimes. I am still a horror artist at heart. Like, I might now do mostly cute creatures. And I've done cute creatures for years. But, like, I also am, like, the guy that has worked on horror movies and stuff. Horror movie. I should probably not toot my own horn, but I have worked on set. Do you have any advice for coloring water? Water is one I actually learn and actively teach myself, like, still. I will say water is see-through when it's not pooled, so in droplets it's see-through, but in large groups, like a large pool of water, it's going to reflect the color of whatever environment it's in. Unless there's something in the water like algae which turns it green, and no, I can't say what movie. Actually, I think the project got canceled too, which is kind of funny. Wait, I saw a highlight. Okay, wait. Unless the project got renamed and published as something else, which is funny because someone that I know called me the other day and said, hey, did you ever get news about that project you worked on? And I was like, no. And they're like, because I just saw a movie in theaters that's not the name of what you were working on, but it did have a very similar plot. I was like, oh. So I need to check that out and see if it is the movie that I worked on. Because to my knowledge, previously, so you have to keep in mind too, it was something that was worked on before COVID. So there was a lot of trouble with budgeting that I was aware of. So I thought that it was canned, but it's possible they recycled the script. Not written by me, to be very clear. I was an editor on it. Editor and like sensitivity reader. I probably won't be credited either. I started switching the apps I used regularly to switch to light mode, dark mode based on your advice. I am now learning very quickly how few websites or apps have a switch to light dark mode option depending on time option. Yeah. Hold on. I would love to work on a horror movie again, though. I would love to work on my own projects, like my own horror projects, but that'll be after Like as Comet is done. I wanted to have at least one not freaky thing out first, so people know my writing capabilities, so they don't just dismiss something I write, you know, because it's horror. Wow, this purple is really awful, but it will do the job. Do you have any horror art you have on hand? I'd love to see it because I'm so used to seeing cute creatures. Not on my computer, I don't think, but I do have on paper. Remind me again during a traditional art stream, like when I do a sketchbook stream this Sunday, because a lot of my old horror artwork is traditional. I used to do like a lot of ink work. Not typically digital art for my horror art. I feel like there's a texture that comes from using ink that doesn't happen in digital art as easily. Not that it's impossible, just that it's not as like, not as attainable as easily. Right, where in the world is the sketch? I know you're here somewhere. Okay, there it is. Wow, that purple is painful to look at. I like the one time you did the concept of you and Forrest in a zombie thing. Oh yeah, it wasn't a zombie thing. It was like, at first it was like a Silent Hill AU kind of thing. Like, oh, what if we were in our Silent Hill together? And then I actually did write a story for it because I was like intrigued by the idea of characters that were like basically caught in a time loop with amnesia that continued to keep finding each other and falling in love with each other. So I explored that concept a bit. That might be something we do someday. Who knows? Is the music on? Ooh. Whoop, it is gone. Thank you. It was not meant to be gone. I think it ended. I had my headphones off because they were hurting my ears. That's pretty gay. You will be surprised to hear, but I am marrying that guy, so that is maybe why that's a little gay. Okay, now that I'm replacing the I bleed purple, this is looking nice. Music only just ended, don't worry. Thank you. I do always get a little nervous when I hear the music ended. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know, I promise. I don't think I did the tail. Playlist link? Sure. I really like this playlist. I think it's fun and the art that they use for the cover. I actually kind of want to try drawing with this style. Little loud? Let me turn it down, hold on. Oh yeah, you're right, that is popping a bit. There we go. Here is the playlist link. I haven't been on stream. You're married? I'm not married. I'm engaged with my boyfriend. He proposed on our anniversary, like, earlier this year. I hate coloring like that, but multiply layer looks so bad on my art. Coloring like this is fine, though. You just lock the layer, and then you replace the shadow colors. It's, like, easy. It's nice to you. This coloring like this is your friend. It will help you finish art quickly and, like, actually think about where you're placing the shadows instead of just, like, putting random color values down. This is your friend. Don't be scared of her. The only thing I might do is I think I might change the color of the strawberry shadows. It's a little harsh, but I can make it more of a deep red. A little more. Art fight, yeah! Working on art fight attacks tonight. That's still incredible. Thank you. Also, I don't know what the song is because I don't think this playlist has a track list, but I can share the playlist with you. Here you go. The other thing is this shadow doesn't extend far enough. But that should be good. Not gonna lie, your Us as Horror Protects art was so cool. I think about it often and kind of want to make a version for myself. You absolutely can. Art fight, more like fart bite, just a glimpse into my dark and twisted mind. Thank you, Muttbutt, for your beautiful slam poetry you have shared with us today. Here on this day, on this earth. What's your ArtFight user? My ArtFight user is FOURLEAFISLAND, like my usernames everywhere else. Oh, I really like these. Now that I'm getting the color and the shading in. I think I was a little unsure of it when it was just flats, but it's eating now. Like, it's doing what it was supposed to. Doing what it was supposed to be doing all along. Oh, okay. That looks funky. Hold on. Minecraft Cat 36, welcome in. I hope you guys had a lovely stream. Someone in the Discord just helped me figure out someone's base. Or helped me so much to figure out someone's base. Like, to figure out a base, like an art base? That's very sweet of them. Genuinely, I find that everything I've heard from the Leica's Discord has been lovely and just people like helping each other, which makes me really happy. I feel very lucky to have the community that I do. Alright, let's do this here. Like I said, when I was doing the flats, I was kind of unsure of this piece, but this may be one of my favorite attacks I've done so far now. I wanted to draw the character standing in like strawberry moss and rhubarb because I feel like that's a really nice like smell profile to me. Thank God you're still streaming. Yeah, I'm gonna finish this attack tonight. Like I said, that's a goal for me. And then I'm gonna do. I still do want to do some thumbnails, but I also gotta be realistic. It's kind of late. It's like almost 10 o'clock. We were working on some art fight attacks too. Oh, that's awesome. I am happy to hear, and I hope you enjoy your time here. The Leica Court is like if you took 1,400 nice people and put them in a room with even nicer moderators. I agree. Now I'm craving a little strawberry rhubarb pie. I'm also working on an art fight attack. What team are you on? I am on Team Fossils. I was really close to being Crystal. It was like internally kind of a debate what team we joined, but I think I ended up with Fossils because a lot of my friends were on Fossils, and my boyfriend... I actually asked my boyfriend like if he had to join a team, would he join? Because I'm still trying to convince him to do an attack with me this month, but we'll see. So I joined Fossils. I joined Fossils just because you were on it. Thank you! That's so sweet! Now let's win. Enough of the emotional side. Let's win art fight. What would deep fried critter taste like? Shrimp tempura. There's a fan run Discord server that people who are fans of the webcomic made. This is such a close game. No, I actually love it. The teams are very balanced and it makes me feel a lot better about the game. I was kind of scared if we got like a unicorns versus dragons theme that it would have been a bloodbath. And I know I would have to join unicorns. I love unicorns. So does critter taste like raw shrimp? I don't think I should answer that question. Webcomic? What's your webcomic? My webcomic is Like as Comet, and my friend Serene just sent a link to it in chat if you were curious and wanted to read it. I work really hard on it, and a new page comes out every Thursday on the Tumblr and the Comic Fury. Is critters' taste influenced by their diet? Yes, and their environment, because they're a sea creature. I thought the Labubu was a chicken nugget. No. What would deep fried UA that is a guy. That is a whole guy. I just found this stream. What team are you on for ARTFIGHT? I am on Team Bustles. And my username is Harbor. Sorry, that was my cat. My username is FOURLEAFISLAND. Do not cover him in oil. Stop. No, we are not talking about UA covered in oil. Username change? No. My username's been FOURLEAFISLAND the whole time. Remember, ARTFIGHT is a competition where the goal is to win! The people on the other team are your enemies! The longer you spend admiring your art, the less time they have to fight back. Help me. Oh, to Harbor. I see. Okay, that's kind of funny. Sorry. No, I like the friendly competition of ARTFIGHT. It's been really lovely seeing the art pieces that people have been making. I like competitiveness. I do love a good sportsmanship competition. But, you know, it's all in good fun. Okay, there's gotta be some kind of shadow for the bunny ear going over top, because right now there's nothing and it's looking kind of funky. Also, the strawberry shadows are wrong in the background. Honestly, they probably shouldn't have shadows in the background because they're far enough away from the camera that, like, they're not going to be picking up that detail on them. The closer ones should have some shadow, but not those guys. I love competitiveness. Glances at my Millinote full of ways to win ARTFIGHT next year, then looks at you! Hello? Do you have any suggestions on what to draw? I have no ideas. Yes, you should draw your favorite character or your Sona, like how you represent yourself, with your favorite food item. Like going out and getting your favorite food item. Okay. I love it. I love the shiny berry. Every time the mods delete a comment right after it comes into chat, I feel like the snap cube of something just happened. I don't even know. I didn't even see. Half the time they go away and I'm like, I don't even know what just got deleted. It's fine. I mean, I do know after stream because usually someone sends me something and is like, this is what was deleted. I was like, oh, okay, thank you. Thank you. You're doing such a good job. I love you. Mwah. Why am I cooking on this ARTFIGHT piece? It's my telepathic waves. I'm sending you... I can do anything. I can do anything into your brain. You're believing in yourself. Also, you're body doubling right now by listening to stream, which I don't know what it is, but that's like the ADHD life hack to getting stuff done is just by doing something at the same time as someone else. Do you get like on-stream hate? Surprisingly, no. Like, knock on wood. But the most that I've ever gotten that I would quantify as like hate is someone came in and made kind of a adult inappropriate comment because I'm a furry. And there are unfortunately some people that just base assume that furries are all like adult and do adult content, which is kind of frustrating because I do have in my chat that I'm an all ages streamer, but like that's beside the point. They were very promptly like nuked off the face of the earth. So like literally the account got deleted within 24 hours of that happening. So, was it that guy on the 8-hour Minecraft stream? I don't even remember that, frankly. I don't remember what that one was. It was... Like, I can't even remember what stream that it was on. It was just one of those comments... Okay, you know the Steve Harvey clip that's like... Someone goes, naked grandma! And he just goes, naked huh? That's how I felt reading that comment, and then it was gone. Like, and then it was either Serene or my boyfriend that deleted it. So much for woke was technically a hate comment, but it was so funny and so misinformed that I like can't even be hurt by it. Someone came into stream and was like, so you have pronouns in stream, but your closed captions don't even work? So much for woke. And then I was like, oh, the closed captions, I forgot to hit go. And then I hit play and the closed captions started working. Like, really embarrassing for them, honestly. But it did become like a beloved phrase within chat for a while. And so, like I said, I can't even consider that a hate message because it's like elementary. You have to remember that I grew up on like the early internet as a furry child that was presumed to be a gay boy. So I have heard everything that you could possibly imagine under the sun. I forgot about So Much for Woke. I loved it. Loved So Much for Woke. It was so funny. It was just so... It was so nothing to me. It was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yes, I have pronouns in chat because this is the transgender furry chat room. What the hell do you think it is? I literally got non-binary in my tag. Like my streamer thing. Hold on, I gotta make sure the sparkles are sparkling enough. Maybe I need to do some kind of, like, outline for them, actually. Steven... Actually, no. The way that Steven Universe does it is they don't have outlines. They have a second layer of the sparkle that's, like, a darker version, so it almost functions as a shadow. But it's not quite. Don't know how this is gonna look. We're gonna find out. Actually... Actually, I don't hate it. Alright. Miss Sugar was onto something. To be fair, she was on a lot of things. She was very talented. Actually, they were very talented, I think. Rebecca Sugar uses they them pronouns, right? Thank you for the save break. Low-key, they helped you turn on the subtitles? No, literally. She, they. Okay, cool. Tips to deal with OCD. I mean, do you want, like, my... do yoga, breathe air tip, or do you want like what actually helped me? Because my actual tips for helping with OCD are 1, you need to get medicated, and 2, you need to stop doom scrolling. Like, if you have to delete things off your phone, so be it. Because the only thing that genuinely helped me, like when I had OCD, or not when I had, but like when OCD was kicking my ass, is sometimes I would get so stressed out about things that I was reading on my phone. I deleted Twitter. If I noticed that I was getting stressed by something I was reading on my phone, I would throw my phone across the room, physically. It would hit the wall on the opposite side of the room. The more I was stressed, and also I have like an OtterBox case, so it wouldn't break it. This is imperative. But like, the more dramatic your response, the better, because it will just break you out of this cycle of seeing shit that gives you like panic spirals in your brain. I have never looked back at Twitter with anything but, like, regret that I spent years on there. Twitter being off of my phone has... My crops are flourishing. I don't get acne anymore. I, like, don't... I don't know. I don't have, like, acid reflux when I wake up in the morning. I don't have OCD, but I regularly delete apps for that reason. Honestly, the things that I have on my phone... I have Blue Sky on my phone. I love Blue Sky. Blue Sky is, like, chill art... like social media. There are sometimes political takes on Blue Sky, but the political takes are very often ones that I find are actually nuanced and I typically agree with. And even if I don't agree with them, they're stated in a way that's not like, you are literally the devil from the Bible if you do not agree with me. It's like, hey, I think that this and this is like better for worker rights and compensation. And I'm like, well, I don't personally agree with that, but like I'm appreciating the conversation you're opening. Thank you for streaming. Help me get work done. Salute. No problem. I use Blue Sky. Obviously, I have Discord on my phone. I have Pinterest. I love Pinterest. I do so much on Pinterest. I do character adopt work. Like, I save references that I want to use to make character adopts. I, like, make cute little boards of my OCs and my friends and my boyfriend. The Pinterest commenters are funny. The thing is, Pinterest commenters are, like, if you took the Peanut Gallery, but the Peanut Gallery were, like, all 11-year-olds where that was the only app that they were allowed to use. Because there are people that are, like... Some of the comments I've gotten on Pinterest are like, you can immediately tell that this person has not gotten to high school yet, because the things they're asking questions about, any person who has taken like 10th grade English class would know the answer to. But I don't get mad. It's just kind of humorous because it puts a lot of the negative comments that you might get on Pinterest into perspective, because for every body check or like someone telling you that you're fat on Pinterest, which I don't get because I don't put my face online because I'm not dumb. Well, okay, you're not dumb if you do that. I just worry for your sanity at this point in time. That said, for every one of those comments that you could get, you have to remember that this person probably has not had very many life experiences and also probably has not experienced any aging yet. Do you post art on Pinterest? I do. I didn't used to, but I do now post my art to Pinterest because there are enough people reposting without credit that was kind of frustrating for a while. Honestly, I've softened up on it. I don't give a shit if people repost my art to Pinterest. I'm doing fine. It actually frustrates me more when people do it for like lesser known artists, especially if they don't provide credit or anywhere to find the art piece, because the thing is then like there's no way to go and check out who was the person that did the original piece. That said, I do post my art to Pinterest. I don't always upload everything to Pinterest. I try to predict what people on Pinterest would like to see, and sometimes I'm very wrong. Like, I will post things on Pinterest that I think that they will like, and then I see someone else has uploaded my art, and it's like a doodle, it's a shitty doodle I did of me and my boyfriend for a meme, and I was like, oh, I guess that's what they wanted to see, which I never realize, or I never know that that's what people want to see, but, you know, you live and you learn. Also, yes, I love crediting uncredited artists on Pinterest. Anytime I see, and I have time, and I see an artist that has not been credited and I know them, I'll leave the credits in the comment. Or leave credits in the comments for them. Stop! I got called a special snowflake on Pinterest for being agender. Like, okay, hidden profile, I know you're young! They literally have not been outside. They've never seen real people before. It's okay. Like, you have to... Anytime you get a hate comment online, you need to close your eyes and think, what if this person was 11? And it will just completely remove any of the spice or the bite from what they've said. Like, you just need to be... You have to remind yourself, what if this person is 11? And you will never feel pain from online hate comments again. I'm back, guys. What's up? Oh, we're just talking about how, like, I like using Pinterest, and it's, like, anti-Twitter because you get to see all of the images, and any of the hate comments that you get on there, you can remind yourself that they're not from someone that's, like, the age where they should be paying taxes. They are the youngest people ever. Same, always leave credits in the comments. I did that for a person who makes candy and sells it. Stop, was that oomph? Is ARTFIGHT difficult to get into for a first timer? I was going to join this year, but I felt kind of intimidated. Here's what I'm gonna say. It can be intimidating because of how people talk about it, but to actually play ARTFIGHT, not only is there not an expectation of how much art you should be doing, you need to know this right off the bat. No one is being like, you owe me artwork because I attacked you. Just do attacks that you feel like you can do. There's also no amount of art you're supposed to be doing for ARTFIGHT. The first year I played ARTFIGHT, I did 8 attacks, and they were sketches. And every year, I've done a little more. I would say that that is a solid way to play ARTFIGHT, and it's very fun. I think it is worth playing as a beginner. If you ever get hate online, just think to yourself, wow, buddy, mommy and daddy only give you 2 hours of screen time a day, and this is how you're choosing to spend it. Please. What's the best thing to put in Pinterest art posts? Honestly, I have no idea. I have no idea what makes things work on Pinterest. I think that's like the one social website that I have the least knowledge of. The things that succeed that I post on Pinterest, I have no idea what makes them work. I could probably do some research into it, but I don't really feel any strong desire to be like a Pinterest influencer, so I'm just kind of putting it there, and if it's there, then that's fine. That's more people that see my art. I'm okay with that. No, I don't need a lot of eggs in that basket. What's the point of succeeding on Pinterest anyway? Apparently you can actually make a lot of money from it if what the TikTok influencers telling me is true. I don't really believe it, but I keep getting I made $2,000 in my first week of being a Pinterest influencer. I'm like, that's awesome, girl. What are we doing? What do you think works on sites like Tumblr or Blue Sky in terms of what you should put on your art? On Blue Sky, tags actually work. Tumblr tags work decently. I don't know if they rectified this, but for a while, Tumblr only reacted to the first 5 tags on a post, and then everything else, it acted like that wasn't there. So let's say you tagged a post like comic, comics, webcomic, web space comic, furry, anthro, transgender. It would only read the first 5 tags, and then all of the last ones, it would not register them and not put them in the tags for those things. Did you make your model? I did the art for it, my boyfriend rigged it. This is our first model together. I always tell people that, like, you can put more than 5 tags on a Tumblr post, but I don't know if it actually registers anything beyond that. Is that still true? Like, I don't know if they fixed that. I've been here for 9 years. Sorry, I like to research about websites. Do you have the sort of schedule when it comes to making and posting your art? Nope. When it's done, I post it. I struggle a lot to promote myself, and I end up falling down a rabbit hole the minute I try to be productive. Sorry for the long message. No, it's okay. No. I basically, when I finish my art, I post it. When I was first gaining a following, my only real, like, kind of addendum to myself and how I think I gained traction and fell into, like, whatever algos I was on, like Instagram, Twitter, TikTok was a huge one, was I had to draw every single day, and I had to post something every other day. Ideally, I was supposed to be posting every single day because that would keep me in a lot of websites' algorithm and keep the attention on me. But I, for the most part, to keep the quality of my art decent, said I have to at least post every other day, and I have to draw every single day. And I would say that probably led to me getting the following that I had. Algorithms only really exist on places like Twitter and Instagram and TikTok, though. So if you're on Tumblr, there is a Tumblr like suggested feed, but I don't know many people that use it. A lot of people just rely on seeing what other like people that they follow reblog. So there, it's just kind of like a who you know kind of thing. I don't understand Instagram one bit. I know that tags work. That's about what I know. Instagram, I've seen artists that I deeply admire have like the same number of followers for years, and I don't understand why. And then I also don't understand why what I do works. I know you don't use Twitter anymore, but would it be okay to post the attacks I did for you there? You're welcome to. I won't see them there, but you are more than welcome to post them there. Blue Sky is the Discover tab, but it's goofy as fuck. Oh yeah, it is really funny. Some of the things that I get recommended, I'm like, wow, you have no idea what I like. Is Blue Sky any good? Yeah, here's the thing. Blue Sky is a very community-based website. It is not a Twitter. You are not going to have a suggested feed that actually shows you shit you want to see. You have to follow people that post things that you want to see. And you should be interacting with people. You should be commenting. You should be asking people how their day was. You should be posting your own day. Like, it is a social media website. It is not a marketing website like Twitter was. Twitter is kind of just like the funny man cunt Thunderdome. Like, people would try to be as snappy and quippy as possible to get people's attention, which, like, it works to a certain extent, but it's not a very pleasurable using experience then. Whereas I feel that Blue Sky actually captures what I want out of a social media website. It feels social. I feel comfortable talking to people because I don't think that they're gonna try and get me back with a snappy one-liner for or quote retweet me. They're just going to respond like a normal human being. Critter making a working discover feed while also combating people who try to manipulate the algo is one of the hardest problems in computer science. I believe it. I fully believe it. I actually never want there to be a discover algo. I think that having the discoverability of people be based off of the people that they know will just annihilate the problem of having to worry about like people abusing an algo to begin with, and also bots. Bots will still exist, but they will be nowhere near as powerful without that problem. That fish can move? Yeah, it's got schmoves. You know, I was going to keep rendering this, but looking at this actually looks pretty nice. I mean, I could, like, do a few line colors here and there, but I'm scared if I touch it up too much, I'm going to oversaturate it. But, like, this is pretty solid. I really like this. I think this is probably one of my better ARTFIGHT attacks so far. Oh, I guess, like, there's the dirt. I can do the colors in the dirt there. But I could recycle the leaf color, or, like, the little flower color. Yeah. Very cute. This would be the cutest poster. I don't know if Ren's a member of my print club, but I would love to see something. If someone wants to be recognized, should they keep posting or post to specific randoms asking for a friend? If you want to be recognized, there are a lot of, like, and you're talking about Blue Sky, there's a lot of chains where people are like, retweet this with blah 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 colored art, or show off the piece you're most proud of, if you're an artist specifically. But if you're just trying to make friends, seriously, just comment on other people's posts. If you like someone's art, or if you like what someone's talking about, talk to them. It's fine. If someone gets mad at you for talking to them on a social media website, they are not using social media like social media. They're using it like an attention circuit. Hold on, I don't like the arm shadow falling like that. Hi, Harbor. One thing I will say... Grab this. Cool. And then, like, the bottom here feels like it needs a little shadow. Where is the ear? There it is. I love Harbor. He isn't even my cat. He's like a stream celebrity. I guess the other thing I could do is some shadows on leaves. Like here, because this leaf is overlapping this one, so like there should actually be a shadow here. And there's like a little bit here. I won't like beat myself up doing these though, I'll just do the enclose and fill. Okay. Where else? Pretty much okay otherwise. I'm gonna eat those straws, thank you. Oh, you know what the other thing I meant to do? Bounce light from the leaves. People usually want to be friends with popular artists instead of small artists or just other artists. It's actually one of the reasons why I encourage people to play ARTFIGHT. Because I think you should be talking to artists that like are of a similar size or similar like skill, like where you are in your journey as an artist. Not only because it'll make you feel more normal, like you won't beat yourself up for not being like the 5,000 follower big like Blue Sky account, gets brand deals kind of shit. Like if you're just friends with another Joe Schmo like you are at this point in time, those friends stick with you. I've been friends with other Joe Schmoes that are now no longer that because we've been together and we've been doing art since then. And it's necessary. Like if you don't have friends that you can level with and are at a similar like artistic point in their artistic journey, it will be very lonely as you keep, you know, going and becoming more known as an artist. Even if you don't and you only follow people that basically don't acknowledge your existence, like I try. I am not the most social person, but I do try to use social media socially. But even so, like I can't be every single person's friend. I worry for the people that never reach out to people that are in similar standings with them. Like, I want you guys to have friends. That's one of the reasons I encourage you to use the Discord server, is because, like, it's better to have a few really close friends than one person like me in this example that you have a parasocial relationship with and no one that you feel really close to. I appreciate the support, make no mistake, and I love having you guys here. I just also want you to have things and people to rely on too. I don't like it! Ah! Okay, well, what if I like... No, I don't like it. I mean, the only thing I could think to do is like a soft shading, which would look kind of funky, but like, maybe I just try it, I don't know. Ah! Okay, I like never do this, especially not on pieces where I have hard shading otherwise, but this might have just been the one thing I needed to do. I don't know why, but sometimes that's the solution. And just soften up just a little bit. Yeah, that's solid. All right, I am pleased with that. These, hold on. I'm gonna kidnap my boyfriend's drawings from this layer. Your pain voice is so funny to me. It's okay. I think it's fun too. It's why I do it when I'm like in pain. Everything inside this. And then go like that. Inverse. Nice, it worked. And now I can make that go away. Ah, there's still, okay. Maybe I do like just 2 pixels and then do that. Let's see if that works. Should I ask people who I send attacks for permissions to post on socials? Honestly, most people don't care. Like, you drew it, so... Ah, damn it. Okay. No! Sorry, I promise I'm coming back to answer that question. But TLDR, you drew it, so it's your art. Like, if someone drew fan art of the Lycus characters, I wouldn't ask them to post permission. No, it's killing Chestnut! Okay, hold on. There we go.